Hey guys, so this is a little follow-up to the Wolverine and Havoc piece. I want to talk to you about using Google Sketchup, which is a 3D program that's free. You just Google Sketchup and you'll find it. It's very useful for all sorts of things. And as I spoke about before, I really dislike drawing cars. I can, obviously, but I don't enjoy it. So I often depend a bit on Google Sketchup. Now the key, for me anyway, especially because I have an abstract style, a cartoony style, is to not be a slave to the reference, to not look at it like I have to follow it exactly. So I knew I wanted these like explosions going on and stuff, and I found this car that had all the doors opened up. Now in Google SketchUp you can move it around, give yourself any sort of angle. You can use screen capture to get the image, or you can export it as line art. It's a whole other thing. Maybe someday I'll do a full video on this Google SketchUp. But here it is. I want to show you how I tend to use it. So what I'm going to do here, the car is supposed to be blowing up, and you can see I'm already diverting from the actual lines of the model, because I'm distorting it a little bit, because it's, Havoc is exploding stuff, so all the metal is twisting and turning. I'm gonna have some of the blast coming out from the direction of Havoc's screen. So we'll do some of this just to show the force blowing the car apart. There's gonna be all sorts of like little shrapnel in the air, which I'll just leave as these chunks in the inks. Glass coming out of the back window. You can see the spoiler on the back of the car here. I'm just gonna pretend like it tore off. Again, think of using, if you're using any sort of 3D models, almost think of them as like a circle template, or like a ruler. Like any of these sort of templates, like it will draw the circle for you, it will draw the ellipse, but it's up to you to make that ellipse or circle into a piece of art, to make it into something. So that's what I try to do with this stuff. You can see how I'm changing the shape of the hood because it's being blown up by Havoc's sound waves, or whatever it is. I don't know. Is it sounds with Havoc? I don't know what he's doing. Drawing in the glass here, even though there's no glass window technically. I'm gonna leave that door off. Yeah, actually I'll just make it look kind of torn. Tore up door. Handle broken. Trunk area. Inside of the door usually has a bunch of little components and parts, so these lines in there to just represent something, represents a shape. It's not supposed to be anything too literal, but you could tell it's like mechanical stuff that's inside of a door. It's funny, for as little as I like or have an affection for cars. My son is all about cars and vehicles. He could tell me exactly what all this stuff was inside of the car door and the frame. I'm gonna tear the bumper off of the car a little bit. Look at that. So one of the other things that I like is just the mental energy that I spend in drawing something like the car, just to really get the proportions right and to make it look like a specific model of a car. You know, I could sit here and really take the time to do that, but if you've heard my videos, you know that I'm about deadlines and a balance between, you know, art and commerce. And I'd rather spend my time concentrating on, like, how do I make these shapes inside of the car feel like a car, instead of researching the crap out of something that I can't emotionally connect to. Vehicles, you know. It's I'll admit it's a weakness, you know. I wish it was something that I could legitimately and authentically have more of an affection for. But I don't. And that's fine. We've all got our Achilles heels, you know. Really, that's kind of it. I mean, the rest of it is just going to be the details of, like, things exploding and filling in little shrapnels and stuff. Use a little dry brush here. Kind of looks like the edge of Havoc's Blast Wave or something. Maybe. I mean, that's basically it here. Well, the rest is just filling in black, which we can do together if you'd like. Shouldn't really fill the rest out with this brush, because I'll just end up lowering or shortening its life expectancy by beating it up like this. But honestly, it kind of is near its last, near the end of its lifestyle span anyway, so. But yeah, that's how I use the Google Sketchup. I've talked about it in some of the other videos. If you do a search on the YouTube bar up there, under my section, you'll find some other Google SketchUp examples, I think. And if not, I'll just make some more in-depth ones. All right, that's it. Just want to keep this short and simple. There we go. Take care.